What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Takeover 36 predictions. The other day I did my SummerSlam predictions, and today in this video I'm going to go ahead and do my predictions for the Takeover 36 matches. And honestly, Takeover 36 looks so freaking good, and I am so excited for this Sunday to watch Takeover 36. I mean, I cannot wait for Joe versus Kross. The first match I want to talk about at TakeOver and give you my prediction is for the $1 Million Championship. It is going to be Cameron Grimes taking on LA Knight for the third time for the $1 Million Championship. You know, back at TakeOver in your house in June, we had LA Knight and Grimes in a ladder match where LA Knight became the champion. And then at Great American Bash, Cameron Grimes had another opportunity. And if he lost, he would become Knight's butler, which honestly made for some awesome television. But this time around, their third matchup is for the $1 Million Championship again. And this time, if Grimes loses, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, becomes LA Knight's butler. And I feel like since this is the third time, you know, Knight has beaten Grimes the past two times, I think Grimes is going to walk out of TakeOver with that $1 Million Championship, mainly because I don't think Ted DiBiase is going to become LA Knight's butler. I feel like they have been building up, you know, fans have been getting behind Grimes, you know. I feel like it's time to take Grimes to the moon and give him that $1 Million Championship. I think Grimes is walking out of TakeOver with that $1 Million title. The next match at TakeOver I want to talk about is for the NXT Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez will be defending against her ex-friend Dakota Kai, or somebody that she thought was her friend. I mean, Raquel has had a pretty decent NXT Women's title run. Has it been the best? No. Has she had some great title defenses? Yes. She's had some great and some not so great title defenses, but honestly, she's had a decent run, you know, for coming this far in a short amount of time, you know, not being on NXT for that long and capturing the NXT Women's Championship. I mean, I feel like that right there proves that she could be a great star in the future, but I feel like at NXT TakeOver 36, I feel like it's time they give Dakota the title. You know, Dakota has been one of my favorites for a while. You know, she's been working her butt off for years, and I feel like it's time to finally give her her due and give her this NXT Women's Championship. Raquel as a champion is okay, but I feel like it's time they give Dakota the title. Dakota deserves it. Like I said, she's been working her butt off. She deserves that NXT Women's title, and I believe Dakota's going to walk out of NXT TakeOver with the NXT Women's Championship, I hope. That is my prediction. I really hope Dakota wins. This next matchup is the one that I'm probably most excited for at TakeOver. Yes, we have Dragunov versus Walter. We have Kross versus Joe. But I feel like O'Reilly versus Cole 3 is going to possibly tear the house down. You know, their first two encounters, that unsanctioned match at Stand and Deliver, they tore the house down in that match. Great American Bash, they tore the house down again. But this time, it's not just an unsanctioned match or a normal match. This time, it is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Well, I guess you could kind of consider it 3 stages of hell because, you know, in the first match, you know, O'Reilly picked, like the first fall, O'Reilly picked a normal match, you know, a standard match where you have to win by pinfall or submission in the ring. You know, there's countouts, disqualifications. And then in the second fall, Adam Cole picked a street fight, and I know that's going to be awesome. These two are going to try and beat the hell out of each other, make this match as believable as possible. I mean, this match is personal. You know, we have O'Reilly winning a match at TakeOver Stand and Deliver against Cole. Cole winning at the Great American Bash. You know, it's 1-1. I'm not sure exactly who's going to win this matchup, but honestly, that third fall is going to be pretty extreme if they get to that, and I feel like they are going to get to that, and they will be fighting inside of a steel cage, you know, nowhere for any of them to run, you know, just like the street fight. I mean, you have to end it in the ring. I mean, you can win by pinfall, submission, escaping the cage. All I know is that this 2 out of 3 falls match is probably going to be the best match of the night. Like I said, we have Walter, Dragunov. I know that we have Kross, Joe. But I feel like these two are going to knock it out of the park. You know, they're going to tear that roof down at the CWC and make this match so enjoyable for the fans and definitely a match to remember. I'm not sure exactly who's going to win, but I have a feeling maybe O'Reilly will because, you know, we don't know what Cole is doing. After TakeOver, he could be leaving WWE. He could be leaving NXT to go up to the main roster. I mean, I'd love for him to go up to the main roster and have a great run, you know, maybe win the WWE title, the Universal title. I mean, we know if he went up to the main roster, he would definitely win titles if Vince used him right, which I hope he does if he goes to the main roster. Or he could be leaving WWE for good. I don't know what's going to happen with Cole. But I feel like with that, the rumors and all of that, I feel like maybe O'Reilly's going to win this. Or, maybe they'll swerve us and, have Cole win and basically prove that he's not leaving. I don't know. This one could go either way, but I'm going to go with O'Reilly. This next matchup, I know that a lot of people are probably excited for this one. Walter will be defending his United Kingdom Championship against Dragunov, and I cannot wait for this. Walter versus Dragunov 2. I mean, I watched some of their first match. It was really good. I watched highlights of it on YouTube. I never really watched it. I don't really watch NXT UK, but I know who these two are. I've heard how good Dragunov is. I've watched Walter defend the title, stand and deliver against Tommaso Ciampa. I've seen these two wrestle before. Dragunov is an exceptional talent. Walter, has held that NXT UK title for over 2 years. Over 2 years. Yes, that is insane. Kay Lee Ray held the NXT UK women's title for almost that long and ended up losing it. And I don't know how this one's going to go. I'm a huge Walter fan. He is so freaking good for his size. And I just got to say, Dragunov, Walter 2, this one is going to probably try and steal the show as well. Honestly, we have Cole versus O'Reilly 3. That's the one that I think might steal the show. This one could come in a close second. And I cannot wait for this. That match with Dragunov and Pete Dunne from last week, last week on NXT, that match was so freaking good. Walter came out, distracted Dragunov, allowed Pete Dunne to win. I've seen the promos and stuff for the matches and stuff that they've been showing the videos on NXT, and this match feels so big. Like I said, I watched the highlights from their first match. This match just feels so big, and honestly, I cannot wait to see these two tear the house down, try to destroy each other, try to beat the hell out of each other. Who do I think is going to win this, though, is the question. Walter has held this for so long that honestly, I don't think he's beatable. But Dragunov is so good in the ring. He's so powerful. I don't know who's going to win this one, but if I had to say, I feel like Walter might lose the title here. I feel like Dragunov might be the right person to beat him for the title. I don't know. Walter is unbeatable. We're just going to have to wait and see how this one goes, but I honestly don't know how this one's going to go. This one could go either way, but I'm going to say Dragunov wins, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about this one. The last match for NXT Takeover 36 is going to be for the NXT Championship. I feel like this is going to probably be the main event because, Karrion Kross is defending against Samoa Joe, who we haven't seen wrestle in over a year and a half now, I believe it is. I don't know. He was on the commentary for Raw. He commentated at WrestleMania, and then he got released. And I was so upset about it because I feel like that was probably the biggest mistake Vince McMahon has ever done. But I'm glad Triple H saw the potential and knows how good Samoa Joe is and signed him back to NXT. But as the special enforcer for William Regal, he could only attack if provoked. He was here to help make NXT not act, not be crazy. And, he choked out Adam Cole, which was freaking awesome. And then came the match where Kross defended against Johnny Gargano as Joe was the special guest referee. And you know what happened there after the match. Kross retained, put in the chokehold on Samoa Joe, and it pissed Samoa Joe off. And after that, it just started a chain of events that Kross is going to regret at TakeOver. Samoa Joe was basically so provoked. He wanted to get his hands on him, but he couldn't because he was not an active superstar. So he basically forced William Regal to sign his contract as an active superstar on the NXT roster, and then made him sign the contract that made the match official with Joe and Kross. And these two have just been going back and forth with weeks, different promos. Joe is pissed off. Kross attacked William Regal, and that pissed Joe off even more, even though I don't know how the hell that's possible. But Karrion Kross is going to regret pissing off Samoa Joe because a pissed off Samoa Joe is the worst kind of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe already could have, usually is pissed off anyway, but Kross pissed him off to an extent that is probably going to cost Kross that NXT championship. I think Samoa Joe is going to make history because, Kross has been on Raw, and I feel like they're going to put him on the main roster after TakeOver. I feel like Joe is going to make history and become the first ever 3-time NXT champion, and I think that's how it's going. He's going to put in that coquina clutch. He's going to choke out Kross, send Kross to Monday Night Raw, and reign as the NXT champion. I'm not sure for how long. You know, he might lose it to somebody else that's deserving of it. I don't know what's going to happen there. But I'm so glad to see Samoa Joe back in the ring, and I cannot wait to see him destroy Karrion Kross and walk out as the NXT champion. It's going to be a great show, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell icon to get notified when I upload a video, and I will see you guys later.